Hello. There's a Phil on screen. Hello. Right, so we just should be having the multi-streaming going up now, hopefully. That doesn't appear right. Let's see what's going on there. Are we there? See if we're catching up. It does say that we're live, so that's a good start. So we are live on YouTube, yeah? Are we live on Twitch? It says we're live, but is it showing us as actually live? Let's see. Ah, there we go. Hello. And hello. Yes, we are. I have sorted the problem, somehow. This is good. Right, I'm not going to confuse myself and have that. So, let me see. Can we hear Phil?
I am here.
Let's see how much. Oh, no. Right.
Hello. Yes. Yeah, you can.
Just
yeah,
about.
You can just about.
Okay, so things didn't go quite so well for you in that game.
No, not at all. No. I made a couple of key errors, especially with turn to the two forwards. That was the turn everything went wrong. Instead of banking towards the bomber or hard turning towards the bomber or banking towards Bastion, I did a move in between that I thought might give me the best option, and it turned out to be wrong. Okay. And sometimes you just read it wrong. I read it completely wrong. I mean, Dom and I played too many times for for that to be the case, and I I messed it up. Put the two forward, didn't go as how I wanted it, and it just left me in a poor position.
Fair.
And I couldn't put any damage through, and he was able to just put the crits through and ate me away. Okay.
Fair enough. Okay, so yeah, we did see you got. I mean, the crits didn't seem terrible at the time they were. I mean, the fuel leak wasn't great. What was your thought process? So I know Dom did something a little bit different. So he turned Venny out to the side, which I wasn't expecting either, to be honest.
That's what I wasn't expecting. That's what threw me off completely. Was him turning Venny out to the side, which left me in a place. I was like, oh, I now have no shots, and Dom has the shots he wants.
That is Dom just running away. I was going to try and grab him, but of course he's running away to go get a drink or something, and that's fine. Well, I'm glad that we had some viewers up, and we did have the Twitch running. We had the YouTube. We now have YouTube running, which is also good. So the next round won't be starting for just a little bit. I suddenly realised I've got audio on there, which is not what I meant to do. There we go. That's fine. We sorted it. So the next round should be in, I would say, unless Dan is Dan going to have a break.
Not between rounds 1 and 2, I don't think. I'll double check for you in a minute.
I prefer that we didn't have a break at all, to be honest.
20 minutes.
There's about 20 minutes left in the round on this one. I think the timer's still ticking away, actually. So yeah, we've got just over 20 minutes to go. So
it's one of the interesting things with this particular game. We're here at an extended event, and we're both flying hyperspace this because we've got hyperspace trials coming up.
Yeah, so next weekend, there won't be anything on the Saturday. There probably won't be anything on the Friday night either, because I will not be at home. So I won't be streaming from home. I will be having a rest before a very, very long day in Aldershot Hyperspace Trials, which I'm very much looking forward to.
So am I.
If you want to post in the chat, I think the YouTube channel is working. I'm not sure about the other one. Phil's going to test that out for me now because he's useful and helpful.
Yeah, I'll test it out. Well,
yeah, so see if it works. Ooh, don't move that. I didn't mean to move that. That's not what I want to do. So I'm going to flip over to the main channel. Oh, I don't like when it does that. That means I need to re-add a video. Okay, so I'm going to play around with video settings and try and get that to work again, because as we can see, that's not working.
We've got 20 minutes. I might as well talk about the change I made to the list from the last time.
I'll tell you what, you have a talk about the list. Yep. I'm going to play around settings.
Sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure YouTube can hear me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so previously I have been running 4 Grey Squadron pilots, all with the Veteran Tailgunner, Ion Cannon, and shield upgrade, and proton bombs. So the key difference between this list and the other list is I've taken off the shield upgrades, taken off 2 sets of proton bombs, and I've then put in Nora, Dutch, and Horton. The objective being get into range 1 and trigger all their abilities, or have and there's a Dom there. Or have Dutch's target lock abilities trigger really quickly, but unfortunately that game wasn't really the case. And there's a Dom here. Hello!
Hi.
Yeah, unfortunately, Dom outflew me in this one, but the difference between the lists is taking up the the shield upgrades, making the name pilots, making the higher initiative values. And in this game it didn't go particularly well, though the games we've tested out on Wednesday it did. However, I'm going to hand you over to Dom now so he can talk you through how he went for that game and your choices, because you made some interesting choices.
It seems dangerous. That's fine. It seems dangerous. Me being talking to people. Phil and myself have played this matchup a couple of times, and I've played against Y-Wings a few times, and Phil having the Grey Squadron still, and having the initiative choice, so made me go first. That made me have a thought about how I wanted to approach this game a bit differently. So, as you could tell, Venny veered off towards the start of the match because I didn't really want him being blocked. It seemed to work. It was quite good. Tried to bait in with Bastion. Lulo coming from the flank on the other side. A bit of a success this time around. You saw what happened. I don't really know what else to say.
Yeah, it was just
Why was it you decided to turn right with Venny? So instead of going straight up and chucking bombs like I expected, what was it prompted you to turn to the right? Yes, I mean that's what I was just trying to say. It was a big part of it was I didn't really want him to be blocked by a Y-Wing. With the bomber being blocked by the Y-Wing and not having the tokens, etc., it becomes a bit rough in that open engagement. And whilst most things don't really want to joust the bomber, I'm not really sure the bomber really wants to joust the full Y-Wings with the double shots. So I went with that approach. Turn away, be able to come in from the side and then behind. And if I take a bomb or two on the way in, I've got shields to soak it, but then on the turn that the Y-Wings are turning round, they don't have tokens because they've K-turned, and you've got the range control elements there as well. And I thought if I could bait him with either Lulo or Bastion to follow them, having the bomber come up behind them was a lot more dangerous than the bomber coming in from the front.
Yeah, I mean, you seem to get that approach spot on. You have range 3 with all your ships on one Y-Wing, is that right?
Yeah, so I mean, the original choice was the Grey Squadron because it had the bomb still. Lulo blanking out the attack dice made me question my choices because the Grey Squadron was the only one that had all 3 could shoot. So that was my original choice. When Lulo blanked, when Lulo blanked out, I chose to pick on Nora instead because Nora didn't have her ability triggering. So in the open engagement, I managed to take Nora down to 2. Between the shots from the bombers and the shot from Bastion, managed to take Nora down to 2. And then managed to block her in the next turn and finish her off with the first shot from the bomber. So then managed to put some damage onto the Grey Squadron, which then allowed me to finish the Grey Squadron off in the next turn.
Got a comment on YouTube from Bassi saying, "Hey, one interesting game." So that's my friend from Egypt tuning in.
That's cool. So the chat's still not popping up there.
No, but hey V.
But yeah, so that's basically what happened round 1. Hopefully people enjoyed the game. Can see Y-Wings lose for a change, so that should hopefully make a few people happy. We've seen lots and lots of memes about Y-Wings around at the moment. Y-Wings everywhere. So yeah, Y-Wings losing might be nice.
The good thing is that you've got a lot of practice against Y-Wings.
I do. Yeah, there's a few people flying Y-Wings around our place, so we've had had some practice against it.
I don't know how to do a chat box right now, but I'll try to keep it up to date as best I can. I'll get you guys to chat. I can chat the chat with it. If it's sensible, I can do it. I pay attention to what I'm doing.
Yeah, me.
Well, it's on the YouTube channel.
That works.
Cool.
There we go. The YouTube channel may work. I don't know. I'm testing things. YouTube. Apparently I'm live.
Are you?
Apparently.
Alright.
I was.
Yeah, I got told that as well.
I don't know.
That's fine. Yeah, I mean, so the links I put up earlier take you to the YouTube page.
That's just great.
Yeah, BC,
Yeah.
congrats.
All right, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay, YouTube channel.
No, so I was very honest in that. I actually
No,
got a
it's-
message saying
fine, fine.
you did outfly me in that game. I mean, the when you turned out with the bomber, it was unexpected, but it was a very good move by you, leaving me just completely no shots, completely defenseless, and you were able just to penetrate, and that was good. That was a really good move. So it's something I've got to watch out for in the future. But
Yeah, it is cool. It just takes time.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
so
fine.
the chat is a little bit delayed, but it does come up for me, so that's fine.
That's cool.
I can deal with that.
Cool.
No, so very honestly, I didn't fly particularly well. Not gonna make excuses, and Dom just outflew me in that game.
Oh, thanks. It's nice.
I mean, it was interesting to watch because you guys have played that a few times.
We have, yeah.
Yeah.
So it was interesting to watch that and to kind of see the different approach. Phil did kind of what I expected, and Dom didn't. With
Which
Benny.
I think is
With Benny. With the other two you did.
Yeah, which I think is the key for Dom winning that game is him doing not what I expected.
Yeah.
But that's because Dom's a really good player and I'm not.
Oh,
Hey,
that seems a bit-
Hey,
that's
I wouldn't go that far.
No.
I'm definitely not a good player, but I'm
No, I mean, okay, jokes aside, no, you did outfly me in that game. Especially with that turnout was what threw me, and then I made the mistake with that 2-4. That 2-4 cost me that game. That series there cost me.
yeah. I mean, I was surprised when you did the 2 forward. As I said, I was expecting you to either bank after Lulo or Bastion, or too hard everything against the bomber.
Yeah.
And I was prepared for either situation, and then when you didn't do either, that threw me a little. And then Bastion went into blocking mode, which he's very good at doing.
Yeah, which he did very, very well. So I'll give you that one completely. There are some games where you blame dice. There's some games where you make mistakes. There's some games where everything goes well. That was a game where I just made mistakes.
Cool.
I'm not sure that you made mistakes. I think you made a call.
Yeah,
I
this is
think
the
it's,
wrong one.
yeah, I think it's unfair to say you made mistakes. You turned it in at the right time. I expected the block from Bastion, the barrel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would have just done a one forward. I wouldn't have come in as fast, or the one bank as you called.
Yeah, I mean,
Either of those.
the reason I did the 3 bank in that turn was I was expecting him to do the 1 bank in.
Yeah.
And from that position, the 3 bank from Bastion and a boost gets him out of at least 2 shots, probably, maybe even 3.
Yeah.
And I was just trying to limit how many shots Bastion was going to take that turn. When he did the forward maneuvers, oh thanks. When he did the forward maneuver, I then was able to get Bastion out of 3 arcs and block Nora. So the 3 bank just gave me options, and that's why I did it basically.
No, it was definitely the right call. I think it shows key to X-Wing 2.0 that the opening engagement is so important.
Yeah.
Thing in this game, it allowed you to pretty much kill a weak. I mean, you made the comment, and the guys won't have heard this. You made a comment that amount of damage shouldn't have happened on the Y-wing. No, I'm fairly confident it should.
Yeah.
I'm fairly confident you should nearly kill a Y-wing, especially if they haven't got a shield upgrade.
Yeah.
I think if Ludo had got one more hit, it could have been a dead one.
Yeah, it could have.
And that open engagement, if you don't get into that range 2 bracket with your Y-wings, is massively detrimental to you.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing I learned from the last couple of games I played against Dom is setting up on the opposite side, because I know now what he likes to set up and how he likes to do it when he moves.
I don't think it matters.
It does.
I just don't think it matters.
It does slightly.
It does a bit. I mean, I am a creature of habit, and when I find a setup and things that I like, I do tend to continue with that
So
setup.
nobody should watch this YouTube channel so that nobody understands the dog twice.
Yeah, basically, yeah. That's the thing. Yeah,
Okay,
don't watch how I'm flying.
Well, I'm not going to cut the stream, we'll leave it running, but I'll just have it on the front page and let you know when the next game's starting. It's going to be about...
Got just under 10 minutes left of the round, so
probably about
15 minutes.
15 to 20 minutes. Yeah. Okay, so we shall see you guys soon. Thank you very much.
Cheers. Hello. So, right, welcome back to the Firestorm Squadron Firecast. I am just getting set up here now with the lists. So it is export to yes, press buttons, things happen. Submit. That is done. T. Save. Okay, around. Audio for some reason. Interesting. I cannot hear anything right now. No. That's going to make life a little bit difficult. There we go. I press the right button. Let's check. Okay, so the guys are just getting set up now. Device. Okay. Let's see, can I get this chat up and running again? Hello. Oh. Okay, so the guys are just getting set up for the next round. Sure you can hear me, just make sure you can't hear them. Connect audio. That one. Madaroni. Customers. So we should be all good. Okay, so let's see. We'll see what happens. GRT. So using the cartel executioner, I can't read that right now, but that is what the cartel executioner was. I cannot read that because I'm just blind. It's not appearing very well on my screen. But there we go. So I do have a chat box open. Can you post in the chat if you're there? Let me know what's going on. Let me see if I can see you. Hello. So this is just two of the interesting lists that we had coming up. I just thought we'd put them on the stream. It's a little bit different. So I need to look and find out what the cartel special actually does. So look, I've got it on here. So the cartel special, dead rights. While you perform an attack, if the defender is in your bullseye arc, defense dice cannot be modified using green tokens. So we are recording this game for our YouTube channel, which I will post later. Should it not go straight up there, which I think it probably will. Stream, check we are live. We are not online. Why? Right, there we go. Back up. Hello. Oh, we should still be live. 39 minutes, 52 seconds. So we have been streaming live, so all is good. Seems rather odd as to why things are that way, but we are appearing online. You just come out behind me. Oh, Chris running in the corner. So all good, the guys got up. Just to run through those lists again, just for anyone just joining us. We have got on Minty's side. So Minty is left hand side of your screen, I believe. No, he's not. I've got the screen backwards. So, apologies. Just a minute. Let me just sort this out, get this the right way around. Okay, so that is... And then this one. There we go. Now we've got the list the right way around. Okay, let me add some things, make life a little bit easier. So number 1. There, so 2. Add. Resource. 1. Done. One. So time is just about to start now. Just starting there. There's the handshake, and off we go. So. Oh. So just working out some numbers here to make life hopefully a little bit easier for you guys to follow. Number 4. Done. Oh. 4. Whoop. There we go. So where's my chat box gone? That one? No. That one? That one. Hey John, how you doing? Good to see you. We do have the chat box coming up, so we can see your chats coming through from YouTube. I haven't worked out how to get them onto the webpage yet. If you're watching, please do let us know what you think of the stream. Let us know any suggestions, any things that you think would be helpful for us. I will endeavour to try and track all of these things and keep them going. So, looks like Minty has got Karn at the top of the board. Just getting wide in position. So this is of course a new stream for us. This is our first time streaming live from the store. I am endeavouring to do my best. Keep things going. Okay, so. Cool. Okay, so. Hello. Let's see, is this working? Okay, so that seems to be working. John, if you're there and watching, can you please just pop in the chat again and just pop something, or anybody pop something in chat? I'm just trying to adjust things on the fly and trying to get the chat up and running. If I can get that going, and try and add that in when I find a way. I'd love to be able to see that. Okay. Copy. Let's try that. I am working things a little bit further back than I thought. There you go. So casting to start the activation is going to take away the stress from Corin Horn with his ability. Okay, so what am I trying to do? Add source. Chat. Sorry guys, doing things, playing things, messing about. Let's see if that works. Right. Hey, test. Okay, I can see that bit coming up in that window, but does not appear to connect it to the other window. Okay. So again, things are working on. Hi Adrian, nice to see you. Got to see that's working. We got that up and running for you. Okay. But this one is not working just yet. Oh. What can that see? Okay. Well, I can definitely see your messages coming through, so that's good to see. We might have it up and running now. Excellent. Let's see. One more time, please, guys. Yeah, I don't want. That seems to be a YouTube issue. If the video quality isn't quite as good on there, it's not down to me, unfortunately. Oh, hello. Something else popped there. Oh, a second. Interesting. So you've been doing 5 forwards. Let's try and catch these guys up. That's wrong. So Dre is number 4. I'll have that as 1. Oh, let's not move that. You stay where you are. 2, 3. There we go. Where's my... There we go. I know you weren't being judgmental. That's not an issue at all. It's something that we just worked out, is that Twitch does seem to stream a little bit better. It does seem to give a better quality, which I'm very happy about. That's absolutely fine. But I am streaming to both, so you have the option. We now have the chat coming to both again, which is also good, I believe. So where is that chat? I'm going to move that down a bit. Get that behind the video source. Don't need it all the way up the front. Let's put it there. There we go. So the shot's coming in. Deciding where to spend the focus. Okay, so we got 4 hits. So 1 damage, 1 ion. top one. No shot from Karen. Okay. Okay, so 3 dice back. So Mark's attacks. No hits. Nothing at all. Right. Okay. Okay. So I have all sorts of windows up trying to keep track of everything, guys, so I am doing my best. I'm working on it. But just glad to see people are tuning in and watching. I'm very happy about that. Thank you very much. Okay. I am now in a good position. Right, let me just go have a quick chat to the guys. I should be right back just to make sure they're doing what I need them to do. Thank you very much. Keep watching, let's see what happens. I'll try and cap it. Right, can I just check, guys, that you cannot hear the table audio, because you should not be able to. If you could let me know that, that'd be great. We've got one iron torpedo gone. Okay. Right, so the guys are just getting set up in their positions. No real damage from those tickling shots. Great, Adrian. Thank you for telling me that. That's super to know. You should just be able to hear my very annoying voice, I know. But there we go. That is spot on. I'm very pleased to have our setup up and running, guys. We now have a couple of viewers. We are live on Twitch and YouTube, so take your choice. Apparently Twitch seems to have the better of the quality in terms of picture, which is good. No table audio is correct, John. Thank you very much. It's great to hear. The reason for that is I don't know what the guys are going to say inside. I'm not going to try and limit their vocabulary, and they sometimes get quite passionate, so I'm not going to stop them. And X-Wing, of course, is a game of love and passion, and we want to allow that to happen as much as possible. I will endeavour to keep you up to date on what the guys are saying if it's relevant, including their decision-making process if they deem to share that with us. It's not always easy, so we shall see what we can do. But otherwise, please guys, do keep chatting, keep asking me questions. It's great to hear things. Keeps me able to talk to you and let you know what's going on. Yeah, so although there is one ion token on that ship, it is not actually ioned and will not have to form an ion maneuver, because he is a medium base and therefore only has one ion token assigned to him at this time. So number 1 decided just to move the 1-4, take the focus. Mark seems he's quite happy. It looks like number 2 is going to do the same, clearing his stress from his previous maneuvers. Takes a lock action, gets a lock on wedge. Excuse me. And number 3 rank trying to get around that rock, trying to make himself relevant. There is a rock behind that number 2 there. Let me just move that out of the way. There we go. And number 3 coming up on the side. It's an interesting position. I think he's behind that obstacle debris. Interestingly, it seems most of you watching on YouTube, according to my stats. As I say, the Twitch is running. It is definitely a good option for quality, apparently. I watch a lot of stuff on Twitch. It seems to go through quite well. Okay, Cassian takes a focus. Are we going to have a... He accidentally picked up his Drea dial. And Drea is probably going to bump into the back, so I'm surprised at the... Oh, going to run away. No. Not quite sure. Okay. Looks like, well, a little bit messy, not to worry. Andrea's just trying to stay away, get away from Karn, but I think it should be a 3 bank and a boost, or maybe a 2 bank and a boost from Karn. 3 bank. There you go. It's probably going to boost around here. That would be certainly my choice. Don't think with the angles that we will get arc for the bullseye. We might do Andrea if he's lucky. And with Andrea only having the 1 agility, even 2 at range 3, it'd be worth doing the double tap here. We'd probably doing a 2 bank. Oh, gone for 3 forward. Has he closed the S-foils to get boost around? What is which? So number 4 here is Andreas. Let's make that a little bit smaller. We can still see it. Ooh. So focus link boost. So clearly the S-foils are closed. So he can do that. So it will only be a 3 dice attack if, sorry, a 2 dice attack if he has arc. But if he has already has a lock, I think that is where his lock just down by the number 4. So 2 dice attack. There we go. So wedge attacking. Looks like a 1 hit. 1 evade. It's wedge, so no dice is at range 2, so takes a damage on Dre. Karn's going to fire a torpedo, so it is Karn's lock that we've got then. Karn's going to fire a proton torpedo. So, is he going to try for the fire control? Or is he going to re-roll those dice? Can't see quite there. So spin lock, so clear. So just hit crit. The hit and a crit, and the crit is a weapons failure. Ooh, not ideal for Drea, but where she is at the minute. Sorry, the click was me just muting the mic so I could shout at the guys. So 1. And 1 evade. No damage there. So the 3's alt to shoot now. So where are we going to start with? So this is all the cartel spicers. Cartel executioners, I apologize. Sorry, I'm still playing around with these numbers. This is the first time using them to try and get them real. So we're going to wedge 2 into Cassian. U-wing eventually. Mark going through the alphabet to try and get to the right one he's talking at. Let's get hit a crit. Thank you very much. Spend the evade token. Takes just 1 shield. So range 3. Yep. Or are we going to... He's just making a decision there to maybe shoot at wedge. What do you think of the engagement, guys? Who's your money on now? Got range 2 shot here. Reroll because of Drea. Hit crit. Spin the evade, gets 1 evade, so takes a shield. Wedge. Range 3 from number 3. Reroll because of Drea? Oh, she might be out, but anyway, don't matter. Spin focus for 2 hits. Wedge at range 3. 2 go through. Oh, I got the shields wrong. The last shot might have been casting, so I'll have to check those in a minute. Yep, Castian does get to shoot. Minty's nearly forgetting that, but does get to make the shot. One crit. One evade, all good. No damage at all. Nice job. Okay, so got a bit of a car park in the middle here, it looks like. So I am not familiar at all with the Cartel Spicy Dials. So let me have a look. What have we got? So there. Nope, Drea. That's not what I look at. Cartel Executioner. So we have got K turn in terms of 4K. So in terms of turning around, that top number 1, I don't know if the 4K is going to fit, but Cassian will. I've lost track. He's got initiative as well. Will Cassian be out of the way? Will he just stop? I think Mark's fairly confident of that number 1. So knowing Mark, I think that's probably a 4K from that top one. I think 2 and 3. Well, 2 is probably going to bank in towards, and I'm really unclear as to what number 3 is going to do in the bottom. I'm so lost as to where he's going on this one. Minty seems to got a pretty good engagement here as to where he's going. What is that? Oh, we're good. No, we'll put that behind. There we go. Okay. So I think Karn here and Wedge. Well, Wedge might do just a hard 2. I think Karn maybe just a one bank or 1 straight just to stay relevant there. Or Wedge might just bug out and re-engage with the lock later on. All certainly good choices. I think Minty certainly got his portrait right. Cassian's a little bit out in the flank here and might take a bit of a beating, but certainly a few options there as to what he can do. I was going to check on those stats while these guys are sitting dolls. So we got bear with me. Sorry guys, I was just checking on stat lines there. We have a layer spent. So at least I got one of them right, so that has done that. Layer. Nice flying from Mark to make that fit. Good job. So Mark has actually numbered the numbers slightly differently, but we'll go with our numbers. Well, you guys can't do them anyway, so that's fine. Cassian keeping his wings open. A really clever move there from Minty to keep those keep that U-wing out there and be able to do his actions. Not needing to turn around, but he is coordinating to Wedge, giving him the focus. Why have I taken a charge with you off our astromech? I'm not really sure what's happening there on the overlay, don't worry about that. But there's one proton torpedo gun, that's what meant to be gone. Is Drea going to sneak her in there? Not sure that she is. No. Slight miscalculation from Mark there. Just trying to get to the point where they can mark on the top. They should just remove the shape mark. So he has blocked himself, but it doesn't mean he doesn't go on that debris either, so I don't think that's the worst thing for him. Should be okay. Hey, you guys are watching, please do, whenever you can, post a message in chat, let me know that you're there and I can answer your questions and talk a bit about what you want to know. So I've got a 5 forward from Karn, which I think is going to slam straight into that. Which isn't terrible, because it means he could have range 1 maybe onto Nora. Probably not the Bull's Arc, or he has a range 2, I would think, onto number 3. I say Nora, sorry, Drea. And be able to double tap as well. And Wedge is going to open the S-Falls. And do the 4K over the top. So just trying to mark Karn to get Karn out of the way. They were missing on the stream, but Karn just flipping over, going to be able to reduce that Cartel Executioner's agility to nothing. That's a very good position from Minty. Really good play from Minty here. Actually, try and keep everything relevant. And I think even that, although for the 5 straight from Karn was a little bit suspect, I think still a good position to put him in now. Just for those of you who are watching, the tokens are from Buy the Same Token. They are the oversized tokens. They are beautiful. I will, when I upload the video, put a link to the Etsy page and website. But if you just search Buy the Same Token, the guys are really good to chat to, and yeah. So yeah, he's got a focus token because that was a white. Okay, so it takes start luck. Spend the focus for 3. He's got to go on, spend it. Spend it because it's going to hurt number 2. Just 1 hit. Which is our number 2, so it's there. Karn's shots. Is he going to shoot Drea? Range 1 at Drea. So see if mark some strip triggers. Mark number 2, take it out of the way. That's it. That's how you do that. That's what they should have done when they're doing the Drea turn on the other ship, but which it does. Might not now because he's nudged a bit, but it does trigger on that one. So we've got, I think, hit crit. 1 of 8, so 1 crit. It's through on Drea, which is a hull breach. Oh dear, that's not good. Okay, so the hull breach is really not good because Karn, we know he's in his Bull's Arc, so is going to get to double tap. So nothing from Drea, so we got the 3s. So we got 3 dice into Wedge. Wedge has no shields left. Not the buzzer, so Minty is going to allow to. What torpedoes am I using? I may have the wrong torpedoes on here. 3 hits and 2 crits go through. Absolute wipeout wedge. I will check after the game, but I'm pretty sure that's not range 1, and he is using advanced proton tubes. 2 atmosphere, so it's a dead wedge. I am not allowed to interfere into the game. They have to play their own game and check what's going on. But that may be a misplay, maybe somewhat costly. That might have been so hit crit into Corin, so 1 shield goes off. 1 more Curie there. Oh, I see. I was looking the wrong. So it was range 1 of the advanced portents. So you got 1 crit into Corin. 1 of 8. So no, they did it correct. I was incorrect. So number 2 has fired an advanced proton torp, which is that one. So 2 hits from Cassian. No evades. There's 2 hits into number 2. Okay, just again, I'm going to check the stats before things move. Sorry. Looks like I have some damage slightly wrong. These 2 are full. And those damage are in there. I'm pretty sure that's where I'm at. Yeah. Okay. Sorry guys, getting the overlay slightly wrong there. Trying to catch up. This is what it seems to be. Okay, and these are lists I don't fully comprehend, but Minty's doing a good job of despite losing wedge, he's doing a good job of putting a lot of damage into the executioners, but I think it's a struggle now with the healthy executioners just staying up there without wedge to take away that agility and just get that damage through. As Dre is still on the table. Personally, I think Corin should have gone for the double tap there. May have been something that Minty just forgot to think about. Might have been asking about the game. These 2 are the guys that wish to appear on stream this game, in their mind to get it out of the way, and be able to just enjoy the game, have a bit of fun with it. There are some interesting lists. It is different to see some card executioners on the board. Minty is a massive fan of Karn Horn. That's why he runs them. I personally think it's not a bad build for Karn. It definitely needs the R4 astromech on there to make those hard turns at least white. And the hard one to be white as well just makes a massive difference. Because a stressed Karn is an unhappy Karn, most certainly. Okay. So, just come to 41 minutes left in the round. This could be a bit of a slog of health and damage. So we got a 4K from number 2. side. He is not going to make a 1 forward, so he's just going to stay exactly where he is. I don't know how Mark thought. There we go. He flipped over the wrong dial. That's okay, so just adjust that. Medium base should fit in there. Loving medium base sizes. So good. There we go. Dre going back. The Cartel Executioner going back into the base, because we do fly spaceships, not just bases. And then going for the barrel roll, hoping to probably block Karn as he tries to get away. Apparently that ship does not like staying on its base. Yeah, so Mark being a little bit clumsy there, but Mark does work very hard. You know, he has very long days, so we'll forgive him of it, I think. I'm more clumsy than anybody else, so it's not really an issue. Ewing doing a red stop this time, just to try and stay out of the way and being very clever and getting that. Gonna have a range of 1 shot, I think, on that nearest Cartel. That's number 1. I need the oh, has he put himself on that debris? Yep. Just sat on the edge of it. So rolls. Gets the stress. Blank. So no damage, which is good. Yes. Just discussion that they did the actions that we did. So it looks like the barrel was perfectly timed to block Karn, so it's good. So Karn's going to have a range 1 shot into number 1, or we'll have a... And then range 1 there, or probably range 2 not obstructed. For my money, I think that should be a shot on... should be a shot on Drea all day long. The range 1 shot that he has no damage on that. But that's what he's going for. Shield's gone. So no hits from Drea. I'm not sure where he's measuring range through the dorsal turret. I'm pretty sure dorsal turret is range 1 to 2, but we shall see. Deciding which range order to use. So 3 dice at range 3. 1 hit. 1 evade. Just enough on Karn. I think it might have been range 2 there, depending. It seems we only rolled 2 dice. So. And we got range 1 into Karn there from the cartel. So 5v3. Spin the lock. Third cut, that's the advanced Proton torpedoes. Three crits go through. Ooh. So 2 shields and the crit. So blinded pilot. Oh, that's not good for Karn. That's not what he wants. Because Karn is not a force user despite the Legends background that he should be. But that's my own little gripe, so we'll not worry about that. Range 2. Yeah, so range 2 with the reroll for Drea's ability. Not needed. 1 evade. 2 shields off of Cassian. That's all shields down, I believe. And Cassian range 1 into... Well, marked number 1. Hit 2 crits. I have done shields wrong. Dog off. Fig. Okay. So. Struggling to catch up having all the damage cards on there, but I think we're getting there. Chatbox step bit. There we go. Okay, so how readable is the chat box there, guys? If you can't see it, if you're watching, let me know. Let's try and get it as big as possible. Yep. Okay, just about read that on my phone. So, there's still a lot of health on the board, and Minty really going to struggle now to try and get that damage through, but without Karn being blinded. Really think he missed that opportunity to do that double tap onto the Y-Wing. I can hear other people chatting in the background about hyperspace and what's legal, what isn't, and we've got a mix of hyperspace legal lists and extended lists today. Obviously Mark is running an extended list. Minty's list is hyperspace legal. There you go, another K turn. So Cassian might be in a little bit of trouble now because he has to move this turn. We should have charges on Leia again. Sorry, 2 charges. Okay. Which that will certainly block Cassian if he's at a 1 forward or a 2 forward, in fact. 3 should clear, given the length of the base. Still there, John? Good to see you. Just stick it on in the background, mate. It's cool. I'm here to have a chat. I'd sing, but I don't think you'd like it. Yeah, we do have a one. Well, we do a straight maneuver from Cassian, which is going to bump, which we thought might happen. Clears the stress away, so it's fine. So, Mark is not one of the neatest people on the table. It's good. It has been a little bit one-sided. I think it's a lot of health for Mint to try and chew through. I think he got the position right, but I think the double tap with it with Corrin to miss that has definitely been because that could have just taken Dre off the board with that fuel leak and that hull breach. Anything that goes through could just take her out. So I got to chat to him about that after the game, see what he thinks. Because I think that makes a massive difference to the game here. Because Corrin is capable of taking out a lot of these by arc dodging, getting away. He has got. He can't get in behind to get the bull's arc. I'm not even sure he's got a shot. But he's got 2 health left in Corrin. It's not a safe place for him to be. Glad you guys are still there. Thank you for keeping me updated and let me know you're here so I can keep my enthusiasm up. It's a big thing for me. I don't do this for money. I don't get any payment from it. At the minute anyway. It's something potentially looking at in the future. I do it for the love of the game. That's why I am here. For love of the community, it's why I invite people down. So if you do want to appear on the stream, generally speaking, we run every second Friday, although we won't be running this Friday coming, as 3 of us are attending the hyperspace trial in Aldershot. So we're going to actually have some sleep. I'm going to earn some, not yet wife points, but partner points, I guess. That's turning down the blinded pilot. So car in range 1 into Drea. Gets nothing. So Drea then range 1 into Karn. No shot at the primary. Oh, maybe range 3 onto the Ewing. Oh, no. Nope, no primary. So the turret, which is out to the left hand side, we got 2 dice. Because she has a weapons failure? Yep. 1 hit. Oh, 1 hit goes through. Karn left on 1 health. Oh. He's got to try and shoot Karn here, surely. So do this top one here. So spinning the lock. Hit crit. So 4 dice on Karn. It's 2 evades here. 1 evade, takes a crit. A hull breach on a dead Karn, doesn't really care. Listed up there anyway. Yeah, the game definitely has been one-sided. It's just the amount of health that those guys have. They can just chunk even if they've got no evade dice, and you're losing Wedge so early. This was a big dent into Minty's game, I think. So Cassian and Dora, pretty sure. So spends focus of 3. Cassian just can't take all of this by himself. No chance. Although he's trying, all 3 go through. 2 left on Cassian Andor. At least I know I have that right. So range 3 into the one with the fuel leak. 2 crits. Fuel leak's going to trigger. 2 crits go through. So 2 crits. They might do that in the correct order. Gets a panic pilot. Fuel leak now goes. And hull breach. Okay, so they're all going to be crits going through. Alright. I think they might have done that slightly. Yeah, ouch indeed. They may have done that slightly in the wrong order, but oh well. It is a Sunday, so everyone's a bit tired. But we're having a good time. So it's all good. Yeah, events in Basingstoke are going to be every second Sunday in Firestone Cards. So please do, if you get the chance, come down and visit us. We do love having people around. I know it's trial season, so there's a lot of people who are practicing trial lists. A lot of people are very busy at events and things as well, but we do love having people down. We love the fun and joy of being able to play our games of X-Wing here locally. Peter Broughton, if you're watching, thank you very much for the subscription. Very nice of you to join us on YouTube. We do also have a Firestorm Squadron Firecast Facebook page and Twitch channel. Please do sign up to those. You get all the information on what we're doing and what's going on. Okay, so it looks like we're probably going to have one more round of this game, I think, because I highly expect. We have a block from Leia should be active this turn, pretty sure, if he wants to do a stop again, which he may well do. But I expect a hard 2 in from Drea. We got a K turn from number 3, 1 straight from number 1, probably 1 bank from number 2, just to get all guns pointing at that U-wing. Probably try and take it down this turn, I think, considering Cassian has got 2 health left. This might just be the death of a U-wing. But there's been lucky dice rolls on both sides, just not at the right time from a few people. So, yeah, lay a trigger, as we thought. So, dishing 1 of the stress from that Cartel Executioner. And there's the 1 bank. Should fit. The distance is right, or is it going to bump? No. It does bump. And Mark just saying he should have done the other end. He's absolutely correct. If he'd done the 1 bank first, he would have been able to do that action. And then the one that isn't getting an action anyway would have cleared his stress and just bumped up, which would have been fine. But we do have the 4K behind, which means it's going to be a range of 1 shot, I think, because I'm fairly confident Minty has done the stop. And we'll stop and take a focus where he is. So choosing whether to rotate with S-Falls, I think he should probably just stay where he is, and because he's got that damage one, try and take that one off the board, get those extra points. And it keeps his agility up. And keeping his agility up with his wings open is probably a better choice. Hey Pete. They certainly have a higher punch-out damage if they can get the range 1 shots. The thing about the Veteran turrets is, I mean, you can still do the 5, but you can do it all the time. And at range 1, you're punching out 4 plus 3. So that's a lot of attack dice to try and get through if you can get that range of 1 shot in. Whereas with the with these guys, you're not getting the Veteran turret hit. So you're only getting, and it's only in arc at the front. Whereas with the Veteran turret on the locks, you can switch the lock around, have it to the side, and leave that open for you to do a thing. So shots into Drea, just 2 hits, nothing. Sorry, 2 attack dice, nothing, no hits. So Cassian will possibly get to shoot. Let's get the range 2 into Cassian. Reroll that because of Drea. I think that's hit, crit, crit. Hit, crit. He is dead. So we've got going for half points. So Cassian is down. There. They're continuing with the shooting to finish it off in case there are things like blinded pilot and things like that come through. So it may happen. So going for more crits, you've got advanced power to deploy range 1. Spend the lock on the 2 non results. for quite a few crits. 2 hits, 2 crits. So evade one. So he's going to risk the crit damage to see what he takes. So you got loose stabilizer, structural damage, which may matter. Just 1 damage, which doesn't matter. Yep, they do get the Dead to Rights. Obviously is a good ability. However, avoiding that bull's arc is pretty easy. So I don't know. I think there are definitely benefits and drawbacks to both. They do have a lot of health as well. So he's going for the range 2 into number 2. Spend the focus. Gets the damage, gets half points. Yep. So it is. Ends the game 200 points to 75. Okay. Right, I'm going to try and grab Minty real quick, so bear with me 1 second, guys. I am going to leave that recording, so just 1 second. Try and grab the players and have a look. Right.
As I look through how bad that all went.
So we got Minty just joining us. Let's put on the screen. So there we go. Hello. Okay, so if you talk later, I'm going to just take this other bit away because I can hear this and it's annoying me. There we go. Okay, so obviously we all watched the game. We did enjoy it. It was some interesting choices, which I wanted to talk about.
I live for interesting choices.
Yeah. So well, the first one is actually your list. I think is an interesting choice in itself. So I know quite a lot of reasons as to why you chose what you've chosen.
Yeah.
But what has it made you want to fly this particular band of ships?
It's finding a platform that I think that Corrin works well on. I love Corrin. I love the E-wing.
Mm-hmm.
I would fly 3 of them if I was brave enough, but I'm
Right.
not. So yeah, it's just finding some other things that work really well with Corrin. So I obviously saw the Toronto systems.
Yep.
And saw the list there with Wedge and the U-wing as well.
It's Marcano, was it?
Yeah.
Yep.
And just thought, well, I'd at least give it a go. It's only the second time, obviously, I've flown it.
Cool.
But yeah, it's not quite clicking at the moment, but hopefully it'll get there.
Okay. So there was one thing that I saw. I might have missed it. I don't know. I was trying to sort out things in the stream at the time. But you had a shot with Corrin on Drea. The turn you bumped, you did the 5 straight.
Yeah.
So you shot. You had the target lock.
No.
You didn't have a target lock.
Target lock had gone.
Target
That's
lock
the
gone.
reason I
Okay.
didn't double tap.
Okay. That's
Because
what
it
I was going to ask.
It was a decision. I thought I didn't know
Mhm.
what I was going to do. All I knew is I think I could follow him and get another shot off.
Okay.
I wasn't sure that I could get away in the kind of right way
Sure.
that I
Sure.
wanted
Sure.
to. But that, yeah, I don't know whether I'm regretting it or not.
Okay. Because at that time there
my
was
guys-
fuel leak and hull breach,
Yeah.
both on.
Yeah, but my
Okay.
rolling has not been great today, so I didn't want just
Some pretty
plain
good rolls in that
dice.
game.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Some good hits, some good crits. I mean, there was a few.
yeah.
Like, 'cause you did have a lack of mods, I think.
Yeah, it was the lack of modding. I
Mm.
sometimes forget or don't take the right mod. So
Yeah.
I don't take the target lock when I should.
I think for me personally, that definitely would have been a. I think I said it on the video, and you can watch it back. It will be recorded and will be uploaded. I think certainly for me that would have been a adoption there. Range 1, Drea, 4 dice
Yeah.
versus 1
Yeah.
natural mods.
Yeah.
Chances were, actually you got marksmanship as well.
Marksmanship, yeah, so
So when you get one hit through,
Yeah.
triggers a fuel leak,
Yeah.
triggers the whole breach. That's another couple of crits through. So I think that would have been my choice. Other than that, I think it was a really Mark put you in a different position. Wedge was
So-
unlucky to take so much damage.
Yeah.
quite early
I
on.
didn't think I flew it awfully, but it just was.
Well, your approach I thought was interesting. I mean, you guys won't be able to see this, but if I go to the right page, so if I use a number here, so you came with R number 4, so you had wedge coming up around here, yeah,
Yeah.
round to here, this way, yeah, and Corn sort of from. I thought that was a pretty good call to come round to the left hand side. I dropped that forward where I shouldn't have, and now I'm trying to move it. So dropped it over there. And I thought that was a good call because Mark was kind of clustered in these few rocks things. I thought your Cassian play was really clever, to kind of sit there and use the layout to kind of keep your wings open, keep your options open, and just have that a dice attack. A lot of people don't use it to have those dice there. And I thought it was quite a clever move from you, so I thought it was quite good. But I think the few bits of damage that got through were a bit harsh at times. But overall, I thought it was a really enjoyable game to watch.
Yeah,
I thought it was really good.
enjoyable game to play.
Just some difficult dice rolls. We do have Pete was watching as well. So.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Cheers, Pete.
So cool. Well, thank you for coming and chat to us,
That's
and
alright.
we'll hope to see you on again. If you could see if Mark wants to come and chat as well,
Yeah, sure.
that'd be
will
really
do.
cool. Thank you very much. Right, so you guys that are watching at home, what do you think of that? Let's come back out here. Hello. So we're going to get Mark to come out and have a bit of a chat and see what his decisions were, why he's decided to fly the list he has. I will certainly ask him about why he decided to go with the triple executioners over the locks, see what his decisions are, see what his reasons are for that. It's a really cool thing. So here he comes, I think. Here is a Mark. Right, have a seat, Mark. We'll get you sat down. Because I'm only little, so if I stand up beside the camera, Lewis will think I'm far away when he watches it.
You'll sit my knee if you want.
Okay, so first thing I want to talk is obviously one of the lists that's around at the minute
Yeah.
is the 3 lock Revenants
Yes.
with Veteran Turret and Drea. You've gone with the Cartel Executioners with Advanced Proton Torps.
Yes.
So what has it made you choose that?
Just discussing, me and Dan were sitting there discussing it, and we both sort of, and the idea dawned at the same time.
Okay.
So it's just to see if it works.
So to you, what are the benefits for you, do you think, over the lock Revenants?
Over the lock revenants, if you get the bullseye arc,
Mm-hmm.
they can't modify their green dice with green tokens,
Yeah.
and that stops it. Because a lot of ships there will double token up with the co-pilot.
Yep.
Receptor co-pilot. So, and I like Kimigilius.
Yeah, true. Okay. Because you used to fly, was it Tyranny or Dallin, or both, in 1.0?
Dallin.
Dallin over us.
Dallin
Yeah, I
over
remember you
us.
used to fly that a lot. So
Yep.
that's really cool. Sorry, that's my phone popping up and doing things. Right, so you made some really interesting choices. I mean, the Drea hard 2 around the Kimigilia.
Yeah.
What was your thought process behind that one?
Just trying to get him out of the way of Corin.
Right, okay. Just trying to get me.
on.
And keep the arse. Ah, cool. That makes
Corin
good
was
sense.
picking on Drea.
Yep.
Corin
Cool.
wasn't being nice to Drea at all.
No. I think you're quite lucky. Minty and I spoke about it just before he came out. We were talking about the range 1 shot he had.
Yeah.
We like Carnus, and we give it a try. Cool, that's really cool, John. Thanks very much. So we're just wondering as to why he didn't double tap. Because he had bullseye arc,
had
because
the
you'd
bullseye arc,
pre-measured
he
for
could've double
marksmanship,
tapped.
so I
I
knew he
was
could have double
quite
tapped.
Shocked he didn't.
You and me both. So we had a bit of chat about it, and what it turns out was he kind of thought with the lack of mods, he didn't want to waste it because he thought he'd be able to follow Drea.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you think he should have just gone for it?
I was kind of using Drea as bait because he was focusing on Drea.
Yep.
So I was getting ready to lose her, but I'd have probably gone for it,
Yeah.
especially if you sort of be looking at the ship do the most damage.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. Yeah, because he had the marksmanship.
Yeah.
Even if he gets one hit through, so on 4 dice, isn't it? 4 dice range 1, yeah.
What I
Average of getting a hit crit with marksmanship is pretty good.
Yeah.
When you hit the bullseye arc.
I used it on Merrick when 2.0 started.
Yeah.
So I could control the crit
Yeah.
distribution.
Particularly when you have the hull breach and the fuel leak.
Yes.
One of them goes through, it's going to hurt.
Yeah.
So I think that was probably a pretty decisive point in the game for me, I think. And getting the shots on wedge quite early was really good.
I'm still learning using low PS
Mhm.
or low initiative pilots, so I'm starting to get the blocks right.
Yeah.
And getting them in the right place, and it's more about creating the kill box. I'm discovering because I'm used
Yep.
to flying the pocket aces.
Yeah, because you did get that barrel roll with one of them. I had the numbers slightly differently, but the one that was kind of, if I flick to here for a second, so Mark can see, the one that was up here.
Yeah.
If I show you on here, you got the barrel roll, didn't you,
Yeah.
to block Corrin trying to get away?
Yeah.
And Minty even commented, and you guys wouldn't have heard this, but Minty commented and said, if you hadn't a barrel rolled, Corrin would have got away.
Yeah.
So that was a really good block, I think, and it meant you put massive hurt on Corrin, took away his shields. I meant you could actually put some good damage into him. I think.
Yeah,
Again, that was another good point in the game for you. I think you played it really well.
Oh, thank you.
So cool. No, it was good to see. So well done, Mark.
Thank you.
You go on to your next round,
Yeah.
and we shall catch you in a minute. So we still have about 10 minutes left in the round, guys. And I'll pop it back up on my chair. It doesn't make much difference to my height, but it makes my life more comfortable. So I'm just going to stop the recording there. Thank you very much for watching that one. Then I'll start up for next round. So I will be putting up the front page just for a minute, just so you can see our lovely logo and put up a time. But I'm going to give myself a bit of a break and a toilet break. I'm not sure of the time just yet. Oop, didn't mean to do that just yet, sorry. But I will discuss with Dan and find out what time we will be back. But I shall tell you as soon as I know, because I just don't know. So, but I hope you're enjoying the stream today. If you do enjoy it, please sign up to our Facebook page. We get a lot of updates as to what we're doing and what's going on, and let you know of events we're going to, or if you would like to appear on our stream, please do let us know. Message through that Facebook page. We run every couple of Fridays. We do an evening of streaming with somebody who would like to appear on stream. So we've had Ian Courtney on, we've had Phil GC, and we've had Charles Burkhold of the Death Rain blog. And obviously Phil GC's blog is the Such an X-Wing Hipster. Big shout out to Phil, actually. Congratulations for winning your hyperspace trial yesterday. As he's got his ticket to Worlds, he's very happy, so he'll be going. So that means one of the most read bloggers in X-Wing is going to one of the biggest events in X-Wing. I say biggest. One of the he's going to that as well, because it's going to be System Open this year. I'll be there. But he's also going to one of the most hotly contested events this year because of the way they're doing the ticketing. So you have to have either won a regional or gone top 8, I believe. Check out the organised play page for that. That will tell you. So I will going to, as I say, pop up the page now, and I will see you all very shortly. Thank you very much for watching. What's I wanted to do? Can I? Okay. Mm. Read that one. Okay. To add text. Oh no.
Two, three, five, six. Okay.
Why can't I hear nothing? That's not good. Hello? No monitor either. It's not so good. Okay, So there's a problem with that. Why is that not?
Forgiven that joke though, if it wasn't literally for the conversation he had with Lando later on in the film, where he's talking about.
Okay. So for some reason that wasn't working, but now it is.
It's like, well, then he had a dad then, yeah.
Yeah, so he knows
What his name is. If you're trying to go incognito, maybe.
Okay.
Why would you
Two.
keep a name that an Imperial officer gave you? But then, you wouldn't do
Ben
that.
Solo. No, it's not.
My name is actually Smith. I don't know. It's a shame. It could have, but it could have been really good. They got bogged down in having to explain everything. It's like, hey, Dad, did you see Lando?
I think my biggest problem with it though is it ruins the movie.
Well, yeah. He's a good guy.
Yeah, because you know he's a good guy. You know he's always going to make the right decision. So if you're watching the film for the first
Three.
time and you've never watched a movie ever before in your life, okay, fine. But still, it's a spoiler because you know he's always going to make the right decision. So when he buggers off and says, "Oh yeah, you know, it's a rebel, yeah, you live by yourself. Not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna start that." And then he does come back. You're like, well, yeah, I knew he wasn't.
Well, you kind of knew he was coming back in the first film anyway. Let's be honest.
True. Yep. But it removes all doubt.
That's true. It's just
It ruins the character arc that he actually had.
Sorry guys, just trying to set up and get things sorted for us. Hence me putting on here for a second. Guys, just getting set up for the stream. There we go.
It makes more sense than watching 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Right, 1, 2, 3, Solo, Rogue One, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Done. That is the correct order.
Actually, you know what? Watch 4, 5. That's it. That's all you need to watch. Because they all go downhill after that.
Oh, you need to
Well,
turn
Jedi's
Jedi's
on
on.
The Ewoks.
Can't
How can
watch
you leave the
Jedi.
Ewoks? Why not?
When they're doing that raid on the Death
I
Star,
mean, it's lucky.
and they all
It's
pull up,
lucky the other films
all I'm seeing is Crest Hope flashing before my eyes.
Okay, so we're just getting back on stream now.
All the stress. How many blue moons
Currently
have I
discussions
got?
about the films and what's good, what's not.
Jedi is a perfect film. Is it really? No, it's not.
You said it was a perfect film. That film's perfect.
Is it really?
Yeah, I'll let you know that. That's my favourite one as well. It's my favourite one.
It was my
Return of Jedi
favourite.
is my favourite.
Same here.
That's what I grew up with.
It's one I had on VHS.
Yeah, I have all.
Where's Backdraft? Let's move things around a bit.
Boy, aren't you?
Well, they're on TV enough. You don't need them on VHS.
I should say to my 11-year-old nephew that
So I know that one is Backdraft.
I have to go out of my way to try and find a DVD that actually has that film.
Well, the action version.
Yeah,
And these are fine. Yeah, I've got them. These are
It's
but
really
they're not
shit.
easy to find anymore.
they're on eBay.
But there seems to be an SF missing. I don't know where it is. It's over there somewhere. We haven't set up yet, so we're all good to go. Ah, moving things.
Because Disney will listen to that.
So I have some really awkward stepping over the hand guys.
Of the additional scene they added with Jabba that makes no sense.
To be honest, it's probably in the contract with like you cannot change any of my original films. Well, not in his contract.
Okay.
Schedule.
Well, I mean, he's already changed it.
Well, no, in the sale.
That's why I couldn't hear things. That makes more sense.
Know you.
I know, but he doesn't do it well enough.
Remembered it.
It was supposed to be Chris Walken as Solo anyway, originally.
Okay, guys, hi. So we're just looking to get set up now. All the audio going on the background. There we go. Okay, so we should be ready to go in the next couple of minutes. Guys are just getting set up. I will start the video recording soon. Hi, nice to see you. Checking we are still running on Twitch. We are. We have been running for a couple of hours now, so this is good. Hi. We have the list set up. So we're going to have Chris Morrell versus Ben Kennedy. Should be a bit of a good game. Both of these are very competent players. So if we go to PC main page. Okay, where's my chat page? That one? Let's go that one. Seems to be it. Hi. Okay, so that seems to run. I'm not exactly sure what my chat is running. Let's see. Where is my chat browser? Chat box. There we go. Settings. So, I don't know where that chat is coming from, but I'm going to remove that one and use this one, because I know this one works. Okay, just setting up for the next game now. As you can see, the guys on the table. Okay. Yeah, right. Just gonna go check on the guys, make sure you get so. But we'll just come 20 past now. Right, bear with me 2 seconds. Hello everyone, so we're just a slight day with people coming back from lunch, so we're going to get started very soon. Just to get the pairings out, get them sorted. But we shall be there with you very, very shortly. For round 3. When we get started, I shall read out the list and go through it all, so I can have it for the recording. Right, hello, and I'm back. Okay. Scrubs. So Ben is player 1. So let's get to recording. So hello, welcome back to the First from Squadron Firecast. My name is Nick, aka Welshie. We have got Chris Morell and Ben Kennedy scoring up for round 3 of our day. So on the left-hand side of your screen, we have got Chris, and he's running a load of SFs. So we've got Backdraft with Fanatical and Special Forces Gunner with 3 Omega Squadron Experts, all with Fanatical and Special Forces. That may be wrong. I need to check that. Hold on a second. No, I can't do maths. It's fine. Okay, on the right hand side of the screen, we've Ben running a very familiar list. So we've got Dorsal Turret on Dre Renthal with Hull Upgrade as well, and 3 Lock Revenants, all with Dorsal Turret Veteran Turret Gunner. I'm going to do my best to track the numbers on all these guys again. I will not put one on Dre because she's the only Y-wing on the table, and I will try and keep all the numbers on the SFs. The numbers I have match the ones that the guys have on the screen, so that should make it fairly easy for me to try and keep track of things. I hope. We shall see. Okay, so the guy's just getting set up now. Yep, Ben is definitely player 1. So just get set up. So welcome back to the stream, guys. It's nice to see you. We are just getting set up here. Once the guys start moving and they start calling out numbers of ships, I'll endeavour to put numbers with them. But the way it's going to run, learn numbers at the top. So Backdraft is number 2, running up to all the Megas being 3, 5 and 6 respectively. So I'm going to go have a look and see if I can work out what we got for Ben's. So I've asked the guys in the stream that are playing in the stream just to give me a bit of a hand, just to call out the numbers as they go, just to give me a bit of help, so I can catch up numbers. So round 3 beginning just now. There we go. So just 1 second, guys. Just gonna mute music. They're just checking that I can hear them, which obviously I can. Hopefully you guys can't, because you shouldn't be able to. I'm pretty sure. So there is the handshake. So this is number 3. Which makes that one number 2. Okay, so better look to be very cautious and just try and keep it here because I'm not sure Jace is in his favour, but we'll see. Guys out there trying to call bingo because the guys are the other guys are calling out numbers for me just to make my life a little bit easier for this stream, which is very helpful, obviously. Now that is number 2 at the top of the screen in terms of the lock evidence. Obviously, we haven't numbered Drea, so take focus on number 2.
Okay, so number 5, go 5 forward. And 5 will focus.
So it takes the focus.
5 forward.
This is number 6. Thank you, Chris. Good man for helping.
Focus. 3.
Oh, hello. Let's do that. Now this is number 3.
Also focus. Drea, because he's player 1.
So Drea. Looks like Dre is going to slot in behind. Ben, very adept at flying the ships. Obviously, flying them a few times. Yeah, big tokens, all the big tokens.
Okay, and
Beautiful by the same tokens provided to us to show on stream. So happy we have them. They're so good. And this is backdraft. Who is number 2?
focus.
Excellent.
Shots.
Cool. And back to dials then. So welcome back to the stream again, guys. Please do say hello, post in the chat, let me know there. It's always good to hear from you. And these are 2 really interesting lists. So just to run through the list in case you haven't done this already. So Chris Morrell is running backdraft Fanatical Special Forces Gunner. He's then got 3 of the Omega Squadron experts with Fanatical and Special Forces Gunner. For those of you who don't know, Special Forces Gunner will allow him to shoot 3 dice at the front if his arc point forwards, or 2 dice at the rear, so backwards, as well as do a bonus attack front and rear. If he has 2 targets, he may do so. Fanatical is when he loses a shield. When he attacks, he may change. If he has lost his shields, he is not shielded. When he rolls an attack, he may change 1 eyeball to a hit result. So Drea Renthal, with her dorsal turret hull upgrade, means she is a 7-hull Y-wing with 2 shields. Also, her ability will trigger if somebody's in that dorsal turret arc as well, so it allows a 180-degree arc for that ability, which is obviously pretty strong, allowing any of Ben's ships who are attacking any ship in Drea's arc to reroll an attack dice. And as we know in 2.0, mods are good. So Ben is going to try and take full advantage of that and get a lot of shells on. Ben is using the lock round with the dorsal turret and veteran turret gunner, which means after he performs a primary attack from that 3 dice from primary, he can then perform a turret attack with the 2 dice at range 2. Up to range 2, sorry. I'm pretty sure I have that correct. My mind has just gone a little bit blank. Yeah, it's gone there. Dorsal turret. There you go. Yep, 2 dice attack up to range 2. So the guys just discussing the by the same token ID markers, which I think are fantastic as well, and I need to decide what type I want to get. Let's catch up. So Chris deciding also to just stay on this flank for the minute, try and get his position, try and gauge where the locks are going to be. I think it's pretty wise. I think he probably wants to engage in these rocks. Yeah, so he's going to... Looks like... Barrel roll. Interesting choice to barrel roll forwards. I think I probably would have come back so they can turn into those rocks. Also doing a 5 forward. Has he done it so that he could slide in beside the rock? In beside that debris? Just focus. So number 3 is coming up.
5 forward.
I want that number. There we go. Number 6 is going to appear. You're just going to roll to there. Chris doing a good job of keeping all ships together. That is the strength of this list, I believe, to be able to deal that damage. And Drea keeping up with all the rest. So, looks good to me, very good positioning. Chris is happy to just sit on the outside, takes a focus. Okay, so his backdraft sat out there. Now Chris has to be careful here. If he angles it, Ben's a pretty capable player. If he can isolate one of Chris's ships, he can just take one out. So Chris needs to work to get all of his ships together, all in the fight at the same time. If you are watching and you're enjoying it, please do share. Let people know that we're back up live, back in Game 3 with Chris versus Ben, with Lock Revenants versus the SFs. It'll be really useful for me. Okay, so Ben obviously quite happy to engage here. Is this going to be Chris's chance to jump on one of them, or has Ben just decided to go through that debris with number 4 and use Dre's ability to get the rerolls? Yep, there he goes. Not too worried about the stress. Just going to take it on. It's quite a smart move, and the chances of taking a crit on that rock is only 1 in 8. So he's definitely going to get stressed. Does he take any damage? All good, no damage. Number 2 can do the same. Possibly going to bump. Or is he that good? No, he is just that good. Well positioned, well set up. Chance is probably going to take a focus. Yeah. Where are we going, Chris? So, number 5 doing the hard 2. As I kind of expected, it looks like he's going to take the debris. No. Makes it in. Nice flying. Good job. This is where he's in danger though, because he's slightly isolated out there. Because I don't think that number 3 is going to be able to get up enough. So, just trying to catch up with all the things here.
Number 6 has a shot. No shot from number 6. Number 3 has a shot on this one. And shot on this one. So let's go for shot 4. So numbers 3 on number 4.
Oh, we got those two the wrong round. 3 on 4, range 3.
I will
Choosing where to spend the focus or not.
spend the focus for 2 hits.
Spend the focus for 2 hits. It's 2 damage on number 4.
Damage on number 4.
So that is that one there. Pop up. Good job, Ben. Thank you very much. Showing me what's going on so I can keep up.
3 again with number 5.
So taking a range 3 push up with 2 hits. Cock. So 1 evade. 4 loses 1 more shield. Cheers, that one there.
So, number 3, we'll shoot at number 3, primary.
Yeah, range 3.
So number 3 lock shooting number 3 red. Gets 3 hits. Nice. 1 evade takes 2 shields on number 3. Four. So 4 primary into number 3 red. 1 hit. And Chris roll out his evade does.
Nothing.
No evades. So takes another shield. So his shield's all gone. So trigger's fanatical, so that will start to pop up. And we are back to dials. So we're going to get into the meat of it now in just a second, I think. All comes down to this turn. So there we go. Okay, there's the numbers on the board there to make life a bit easier for you guys to follow. These are 2 of the lists that I would expect to see extended at the moment. Particularly with the Skurg things around. I think the SF certainly have some legs. But I think what all comes down to blocking here. Can Ben throw one of those locks into the middle, get the block on, deny all those SS potentially the tokens that they would probably need? I would expect. Number 3, I need to look at the dial myself, it's been a long time. So the Skurg's dial is not bad. No, that one. There we go. So it has options available. So the 3 bank is white. So number 3 from the outside there could 3 bank in. I probably end up somewhere around there. I think. Which means Chris is probably going to have to come out to the right hand side. Be my thinking. And then maybe get rear shots, because all his arcs should be putting forward at the moment, but he can rotate as a white action, as a linked action as white. So he could bank out to the side with all 3 of them. The front 2, 3 and 5. Backdrive sitting at the back there. Probably wants to get to that point. I mean, that does pretty fast enough that they could get out to that side and try and get away and get around and not have all that amount of pummeling on them. Because I think in the straight up slugfest, I'm pretty sure that the veteran turret gunner on the Skurgs and the rerolls in Drea will just absolutely annihilate a ship or 2. So we're just going to see, there's Ben on the stream there, just having a good bird's eye view of what's going on. that was Chris. Ha! Okay, I was so very confused. Ben is on the right hand side of your screen. Excuse me 1 second. And I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay. So there's a bit of a predicament here that Chris has is how to avoid that block with Ben being player 1. Those locks are able to come in. And Ben might try and hold himself back, just jump in front, but I think getting that block on with number 3 or even number 4, because those blues are not bad. So as predicted, the 3 bank to just get in the way. It's going to take the focus here, I think. Yep, there we go. I'm going to randomly buy the same tokens. 1 bank? Or 1 straight? Should fit. Medium ships, you always think they're not going to fit, and they invariably do. So I should clear the stress of that, so it takes a focus. Pretty good wide firing arc, depending on what he's going to do. So 2 forwards, getting all his guns in the right place. Really good play here from Ben, lining up those arcs, just putting a position of where those efforts are going to go, giving them the option to try and get away, but thinks his guns will just do it this turn. So he's doing 3 hard out to the left, trying to get away. Does he make it? So just go, Mike, just get out of the way. It's the correct thing to do, of course, is to get the ships there. See can we put it there. Let's see, does he fit? Looks like he does. He does fit. Okay. Just move that to just here. Okay, so should be a focus rotate, I'm pretty sure here. Evade rotate. That is, of course, the damage ship. He's got Fanatical, then can turn an eyeball result to a hit with Fanatical, so that is active. So, as I thought might happen, number 5 peeling out the side. We'll be able to rotate his arc. I think he's out of arc at number 3. Probably out of arc at number 4 from the locks. White 4. Seems to be in good position. Hello guys, you're just joining us. We are in round 3 of the day. You can see a few people popping up. Nice to see you. Trying to keep all the numbers in order, trying to match up, so if I do fall behind a little bit, I do apologise. Chris just debating over his actions to what to do with number 5 here, which is done a 3 hard outside. He is going to take a lock. Rotate his arc to the rear. I think the lock is on number 4. Nice little 1 forward for number 6. Just staying out there, just getting into the fight. So Chris has done a good job here, being able to realise that that lock was coming in. As I said to you before the maneuver happened, Dreya's got to move first, doing things out of order. So Dreya does a 2 bank. May bump? No. Great flying from Ben there, able to slot in behind, get her ability active. And takes a focus action. Then backdraft coming forward. But Chris did a really good job there predicting that Ben was going to try for the block, managing to avoid that, peel out with his 2 front ships, and be able to rotate using their ability to get at least the rear shots. So now we're going to have some shots coming in. So backdraft range 2 on number 4 potentially is the call. Or yeah, Ben is player 1. This didn't realised, as I forgot, that actually Drea shoots first. The likely shot is number 3. Anyway, like. Just trying to see if I can get it a bit right. Looks about right. Okay. So range 2 unobstructed, I think? Maybe. Not sure. Just wrong. So 2 dice to the primary. 1 hit. 2 evades. All good. Now it's backdraft. So backdraft's now going to have a range 1 into that lock number 3, or we're going for the long shot down 10. Range 2 on number 4. Chris trying to prioritize his targets, get that one off the board. Gets 2 crits in the roll. Nice roll from Chris. Out of hand. 1 evade, so it takes 1 crit, and the crit is shield. Sorry, apologies. Had a shield left. You can keep an eye on that. Range 1 into number 4. So we got 3 attack dice at the rear. Fanatical gets 2 hits. 1 damage. So I guess the nice. Okay. So number 6 is going to shoot now. That's probably going to be in range 2 into number 4. Gets no hits at all, as he has an evade token. And range 2 from number 5 then into number 4. 4. Pretty sure. Hit crit. Gets the evade. Again, so nice. And the crit is damage engine. So the hard turns are red. From where that Skurg is, that's not the best, because he probably wants to turn out to the side here, but we'll see what happens. So now Ben's attacks back. Ben has a lot of damage coming here, so we've got range 1 in there. So he hasn't selected, which he hasn't measured anything, so he hasn't selected ones to shoot with. So he's just making his choices, where to go to start.
Number 3, range 1 onto backdraft.
Yep. So we go range 1 onto backdraft with number 3. And Drea is in range, so we're going to have rerolls from Drea. So just making sure that they do have that range, because you don't want to cheat out anybody of get the abilities. Let's mark some ships and just going to find out, make sure they've got it. Ben, being a good sportsman, not want to cheat, just accept that it is. And Chris try to help him out to try to work it out. There's another player's 100% sure. I think. So we're going to mark number 3 as well, just in the way. It's quite close. So we're going to look at it. It's the right thing to do. Move the chips out of the way. It's still been a little bit clumsy anyway, but we'll see. We're doing. Got it. So close, so close. I mean, they could ask Dan to do it because they're 2, but yeah. But they're calling that as in, so they can't move it anywhere. They've still got it on the base, so yeah. They're saying there they have a Drea reroll. So the template slips slightly when they're doing it, obviously, but they're They've got it pretty much where it should be. It happens no matter what level X you play, whether it be top level, low level. You do get clumsy hands sometimes, tired, shaky, whatever. So I'm going to reroll that one with the Drea.
Spend the focus.
4 hits.
So one evade.
So 3 shields. I was going to spend the evade token.
Two evades.
2 evades. 2 damage onto backdraft. So 1 shield remaining.
Veteran tail gunner. So dorsal turret.
And then the veteran turret gunner.
Yeah, 3
It's
dice.
gonna be- So 3 dice gives a reroll because of Drea. So dice wasn't flat, so just rolling it again. So 2 hit crit.
One evade.
Gets 1 evade, so last shield. So that is the power of the veteran turret gunner with the Drea there, is you can get that extra reroll, get that damage through. So Ben done a really good job just getting Drea in to use the ability. So both the Omega and Backdraft with no shields remaining. So Ben just choosing his next target as to what he wants to do. So they're trying to work out whether it's going to do range 1 onto number 3 or range 3 it is they've just measured onto Backdraft.
Okay, so I'm going to do the.
So Ben just deciding here which to shoot with. I think he really wants to just take Backdraft off the board. The Backdraft's ability, if he gets behind, which I think, or he gets the ships behind him, which I think he could do in this position.
So 4 is going to shoot primer out to backdraft.
Yeah. So range 2 from number 4 into Backdraft. Let's focus for 3 hits.
Two evades.
2 evades. Takes just 1. Lucky Backdraft. And then the veteran turret gunner triggers, so he gets a choice to. Yeah.
Also onto backdraft.
So range 2 into Backdraft.
Drea reroll.
Yep. Got the Drea reroll there. Making 2 hits. So consistent with that Drea reroll.
So 1 evade.
1 evade takes 1 more. 1 left on Backdraft. Oh. Ben definitely had the upper hand on this engagement. Number 2.
Is going to shoot
Gonna
primer
take the
out
shots.
backwards.
So the primary 3 dice attack, range 3 into Backdraft. With the focus token. Gets the Drea reroll. That's for 3 hits.
Nothing.
And no way, so that is a dead Backdraft. So he can now use the veteran turret gunner after his primary attack to perform another attack,
Turret gunner.
which he's going to do. Range 1 into number 3, which I think is obstructed, maybe? Yeah. Range 1 obstructed.
So number 2 dorsal turret onto number.
That's just, so what do we got?
Drea reroll.
Getting the Drea reroll again.
Spend the focus.
Spinner for Drea reroll is working so well for Ben today.
I will
Spend the evade, takes 2.
Crit.
Takes a crit.
Which is damage sensor array.
Damage sensor rate onto number 3.
The eyeball action. Okay, cool. That's it.
Okay. So Backdraft is gone. Get that away. Put that there for a minute. Wow. So that was a really good exchange for Ben there. I lost my overlay. What do I do with it? There we go. I need those buttons. Thank you very much. Okay. Please do, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, please do share it. Please do like our Facebook page. We've got YouTube and Twitch. I've been told that the quality coming out of Twitch is, for some reason, the stream system is slightly better. So it seems to go up higher quality. So definitely worth watching on there. Hope you're enjoying it. Now Chris is in a pretty difficult position. I mean, he didn't really get much damage into these locks. It's going to be hard push for him to try and get around on with just the I3s. So I'm not really sure what he can do here to try and get guns onto Dre. I think Ben got it spot on with that, as I said, that 3 bank. And Chris knew it was coming, but there was nothing really he could do about it. The only other option would have been to have a 1 forward focus and have all guns on target, but then he would have more primaries against him. So a really difficult decision to make. It's such a tanky list that Ben has got to try and get damage through, significant damage, and actually take something out. The amount of health that they have, even though they're only 1 agility, unless you've got something that reduces that agility or something that spikes out some damage, like Wedge or like the proton torpedoes or bombs or something, just to reduce that incoming that you're going to take. Such a difficult list to counter. I know DUN has been running it over in the States and did quite well with it in the System Open. I believe it was System Open. And Ben seems to be doing a good job here. Just the consistency as well with Drea on the attack, just letting that extra reroll. I've been able to position that because, I mean, 3 dice primary followed by a 2 dice primary, both with at least a single reroll, essentially giving them fire control system and having a focus token. You're going to get out some pretty consistent damage. Okay, so the guys are set. We're just going to get our movements going. So down here somewhere. Yeah. So number 3 just getting out of the way. Doing the talon roll. Get the stress. So number 2, where's he going? Into that gap left by number 3? No. He's going to try and sneak around there. Does he make it? So Ben being really careful, trying to make sure he's really fair. Is it too hard? It's going over the rock anyway. Or is it obstacle? Yep. Takes a crit. Crit on number 2, loses shield. Wow.
2 takes 1 shield. Yay! Shields!
Chris a little bit excited about that on the stream. He's just like, oh, you just got to take it once. So that's a shield on that one. And number 4 is going to bump in here. But he's got damage engine, so that is a red turn. So he's going to get no action anyway, so Ben doesn't mind that too much. He was expecting it.
Yeah, okay. Alright, I don't know if I make this. You might block me nicely here.
So got a hard 3 coming from number 3.
I'm not sure.
I think he clears. So again, they're just going to mark the ship just from it. Take him out. So the reason they use the 5 is just to make sure they get ship right out of the way, and then if you have to go over the template, there's no kind of messing about as to where it ends. So let's just see. So it is going to fit. So take the number 2 out of the way, the 2 hard out of the way, and number 3 nicely. And I reckon.
No, I'm not stressed.
We can focus.
I can focus, yes.
But the only action he can do is focus. So there's even no shot for number 3. He is in a bad spot with damage sensor array. So he takes the focus just to try and stay alive because of damage sensor array. It's the only action he can do. So number 6 just trying to clear. Get out of the way. Chris being worried about being blocked up in the middle. But Ben says he's prioritizing his process. Definitely a brutal amount of shots coming through there, Chip. It was definitely not so. Oh, you're absolutely welcome for the stream though. Really enjoying it. It's great to see messages up there. Lets me know that's working, keeps me enthusiastic, keeps me going. So I am paying attention to chat. But if I type, it comes up quicker than if I actually just say something. So barrel in for number 5. Okay. So it looks like Ben is really handing on to this. That Dre is going to come hard too. Really chasing after that one SF, trying to get rid of it, and Dre is spot on that. Ben has flown this really well, so close together, doing a really good job. Pretty sure he just takes the focus. He's got lock already. Oh no, got Dre's ability to lock. And goes for the target lock, just to make sure he's got all those tactics. So Dre shoots first.
So range 1, primary, and to
Range 1 to number 3.
3 dice. Spend the luck.
So spins the lock and gets. What do we get? 2, just 2 hits, I think. Needs some paint here.
I will spend the focus to hit.
Spin the focus, takes 1 remaining.
So 1 damage. Okay.
So
Right.
Chris really is in a tight spot here.
Let's see if this punch shot.
So it's number 5. Just out of range, I think. Just trying again. Trying to this side. Nope. Just out of range in arc, unfortunately. So no shot there. Slightly moves and rocks around, but that's fine. Number 6 is range 2 into number 4. So red 6 into white 4, sorry. So white 4 is the one that is damaged engine. Got the crits on him. 2 hits. Takes 2 damage into the locker room. 2 remaining. Thank you, Ben, for being so helpful. Let me know. 2 left. So they are confirming that I am correct on my scoreboard, which is good. Loving it. So I think we've got a range 3 shot. Oh, I see. So Chris trying to also take a ship off the table. Prior to targets, looking for the arc. Has he got it? No arc. So he's got a range 3 shot from red 3 to white 3. Or range 1 to number 2. Yeah, the range 1 makes sense. They both got a lot of shields. So number 2 is taking some damage already. So that's the one definitely to go for. That's what he's doing. Fanatical makes it 2 hits. So there's shield on number 2. Lovely. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for showing what's going on. So we're going to do number 2, range 1. So if you have any questions for these guys about the game or their choices, please do let me know in the chat. I'm going to have a chat with a couple of them afterwards. So get Dre reroll here. Gets 2 hits. Takes 2, and that is him off the board. Although he shouldn't be removed just yet, but not to worry. Okay, so that leaves the other locks with nothing to shoot at. Ben very much in a commanding position here now with so much health left in those locks. It's just ridiculous. Chris not being able to remove number 4 there is a big thing. But I know you guys can't hear what's going on, but there's a lot of chat going on in the room, so I'm trying to concentrate just to keep up with the guys that are on the stream. I hope you're enjoying it. Thank you for saying that you do. It means a lot to me. I don't do it for money. I just do it for enjoying it, for enjoying the community, showing people what's going on, just sharing and having a bit of fun. So Chris is down just 2 SFs. I think he's really got to get around. They're both facing up the table. I mean, they're both fully healthy, but I mean, their total combined health is only slightly more than one of the Loch Revenants. So I expect we will see a K turn here from Drea. Number 2 and number 3 white down the bottom of the screen there. I think we'll just move forward, clear stress. Potentially a 1 bank from number 2 and a 3 forward, because he won't be able to clear the debris, I don't think, with number 3 down the bottom. So he'll probably just go lose a stress, gain a stress over that obstacle. Number 4 potentially is just going to get out of the way for a minute, clear his stress. Can't do anything about damage engine, just stays there. But I think with the health remaining, he might just conserve points. But it's down to Ben. Ben is a very good player. I've played him on a number of occasions. He used to fly 100-point Miranda back at 1.0. We had several very close games when I was running Nim Miranda. Very nice guy, by the way, as well. So if you ever do get a chance to meet him, definitely go say hello.
Right, so number 2. Stress too much.
Yeah, so Ben deciding to keep stress and just get position for the next turn to be able to hound those SFs. I think. I suspect we'll get a hard 2 again next turn.
Number 4.
I guess I don't know Ben that well at all, so clearing that stress. What's number 3 down the bottom going to do? What has he decided?
Focus. Number 3.
He's hoping to clear it. No, he is definitely gone over the obstacle, so clear stress, gain a stress, I think.
Lose the stress. So lose the stress, gain the stress. Here we go again. No.
No damage from the obstacle.
No actions.
No actions. Number 3.
This one.
So Chris has decided to just go over that obstacle, which I think is interesting. I think I would have taken a turn and regrouped, got my positioning, but
So gains.
Chris doesn't want to allow Ben the chance to get his guns back on, so he needs to get some damage through. No damage from the obstacle. Clearly all these pilots are adept at flying through debris clouds. I do find it interesting that Chris didn't hard turn in with that number 5, red. I think it would have given more options to be able to get round back into the fight. Yeah, Andrea again just sneaking through and precision flying from Ben.
So Drea will. So Drea will rotate.
Andrea's going to rotate her arc with a white action. Gets her ability to trigger.
Okay, so
And so
let's
she's
try no shots for this one. Drea? Oh, Drea.
Drea shoots first.
Drea's a full. So range 2.
So Drea with the range 2 into number 6. Dorsal turret.
Yeah, range 2 dorsal turret onto number 6. Oh, Drea, you.
Just 2 hits. And 1 evade. So 1 shield off number 6. So Drea. So can number 6 put some damage into Drea, or
Range 2 on this one. Range 2 on Drea.
So for my money here, I think,
Lost 2 shields.
Two shields.
yeah, for my option here, I think you should be shooting Drea. I really do. But I don't know what Chris is going to try and do. Is he going to try and take the guns off the table?
Let's go.
Both have one of aids. Both have same number of shields. Drea's got more hull. She's worth less points, but her ability is so good. I think you just got to try and get her off the table, try and get in to preserve your own health.
Let's go for.
Chris still debating the decision in his head. He's just not sure. Goes for Drea.
I only got two because he's facing backwards.
So 2 dice because the arc is backwards. 1 hit.
Okay,
Takes his shield off of Drea. Okay, so number 3 is going to range 3 primary into number 6. Obstructed? Maybe? Nope, not obstructed. But does have the Drea removal because of the arc. Gets just 1 hit with the rare. Load of pain, but no. And gets the evade. And the dorsal turret is out. So Chris now has to try and limit the amount of damage coming back at him. It's really hard to do with those locks coming in. Number 3 can just do probably a 2 straight up. 2 or 3 straight to try and clear that rock if you can, try and get rid of that stress. Might have a hard 2 from number 4, which of course will give him a stress, won't get the action, but I think at this point Ben is not too worried if he does lose number 4. It's just not enough damage on those locks from Chris to try and get through to the other side, I think. Drea, I expect will do a nice big 3 leisurely bank. Maybe a 1 bank. I think she's got enough health to soak whatever comes her way. We shall see. I don't know. So it's been a pretty brutal game. A lot of damage coming out for those locks. They've so much power, firepower with the Drea reroll. Ben has flown really well. Just moving Drea out of the way. So number 2. Yeah, too hard in. Keeps the stress again, as we called out last time. Just happy to sit there in front of the SFs and go, I'm going to be a blocker. That's what I'm going to do. If you hit me, great. If you don't, great. Get shooty. Number 4. He's going to too hard, which is red. Gain a stress. Move that away. So damage gives him the stress. Ben very helpful in showing me that damage card to remind me that he is doing that, along with the crit marker that we have. Again, beautiful tokens from by the same token. Thank you very much. With some massive help from them to get those. Number 3 doing 2 forward. Is he going to sit the obstacle? He probably is. Does he care? Probably not. Oh, he just clears it. Beautiful flying. Superb job. Takes a focus. And number 6 does just do the 1 forward and bumps. Denies him any tokens.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Then
He does get his chest.
3 bank then. I think we're going to have a barrel in. Maybe. Or is he going to stay there and focus? Sorry, that's number 6. It's number 5 coming back, just waiting for his action. He is just going to focus. So Drea shoots first. Drea going to bank. May fit. Just going to try to sneak around. she sneaks around and gets an action.
She's going to take a focus.
Let's move that number 2 down there.
Okay, so
Okay, Drea.
yeah, she's lost
Yeah.
one shield.
So just discussing the health. So Ben just debating through his targets.
Okay, so Drea, dorsal turret into number 6.
Yep.
Range 1.
A little bit confused here. He's got Drella, Dursa turret. Oh, she's not veteran turret. That's why.
Then focus for 3.
So 3 hits into number 6.
So one evade.
1 evade takes 2 shields.
2 shield. Shields.
Chris throwing the shields away. Clearly he doesn't need them.
I'm going to attempt. I don't think I've got art. I'm going to double tap. I'm going to measure anyway. I've got range. Range one on that guy. I don't get.
So no
So
wreck.
I need range 1.
So range 1 into. Again, I think that's a mistake. I think he should be focusing down. You've got 2 of them could shoot at Drea. I think that should be his target here, but he's gone into number 4 to try and kill him, I guess.
Oh, there's a fanatical.
I will spend the lock. Huh. Maybe not. Fanatical 2.
So 2 hits with fanatical triggering. Gets 1 green dice. Gets the
Oh,
evade.
it's a crit. So it
Was crit.
So you never know.
And the crit is
Double damage.
direct hit.
Finally.
Oh, well, that was loud.
You would've got him.
Sorry, I don't know if you guys could hear that, but that was really loud. So direct hit to kill that. Whew. Gives Chris some points. Nice.
So I've got
That is number 4 off the board. So I shouldn't have taken him off just yet, but not to worry.
hold on to the I knocked it. So I'll say that wasn't range 1 because I knocked it. So I'll say it wasn't range 1 because I knocked it.
So they were just unsure whether it was range 1. They measured it and they're going to say Dreya's range 2. That's okay, it happens, as we know. But we've got a.
Drea lost shields.
Lost a shield and that one's lost 2.
So just Chris again to his targets between the lock and Drea.
Well, this one's number 5, onto this one.
21 minutes left on the round.
So 5 into number 2.
1.
Just gets the 1 hit.
Hey!
That was good. That was good.
1 evade.
No damage.
No damage. Okay.
Right.
So
So,
we got left. So now the locks have to shoot still. So we got range 1 from number 3 into number 6. Or range 2, I think, into number 5.
Let's get him done first. Because
Ben is flying very, very well. He's getting all his positioning right, getting Dre exactly where he needs to.
range 2. So,
Yeah, no. By no means am I saying that the list is winning Ben this game. I think Ben has done everything he needs to win the game with the list, if that makes more sense. So Dre reroll for 1. Okay, Chris's greens pull out.
nice.
Gets the evade. Veteran turret gunner.
Dorsal turret.
So dorsal turret.
Drea reroll.
Gets the Dre reroll. 1 hit.
nothing.
No evades. Takes 1 on. Does he spend the evade? You gotta spend it. It's there. Yep. Takes no damage.
Right. Number 3.
So it's number 3.
Primary.
There's primary into number 6.
Oh,
4 hits. No evades. That is a very dead number 6. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Oh. Out of hand. 4 damage, which allows the veteran turret gunner. Is he out of range? We need to very carefully find out if it's range 3. It is range 3. So no turret. Oh. I mean, wow. I mean, the likelihood is that SF is going to die anyway with the dorsal turret coming in as well. But still, 4 dice out of hand. Oh. So, I'm fairly confident 1SF cannot take on the other 2, but I know Chris is going to try. Gonna try for some points here for the MMV. He's got 51 on the board. So, I know he's trying to best him or give. We will have one more round today. Usually takes about 5-10 minutes to set up between, so you're looking about probably about 5 o'clock to start the last round start, or thereabouts. But I will get the guys on for a quick chat if they want to. It is entirely up to them. They do not have to come and chat about the game and see what they thought. But it is down to them to if they would like to appear and talk about the game. So I'll grab Chris first and see if you want to have a chat, and then I will grab Ben afterwards, again, if he wishes to. But Chris can try his best, see can he put it out. I've seen it happen. I have seen at a system open, somehow Zeb Aurelius took on 3 defenders and beat them. Yeah, 3 Imperial defenders, all the evade dice in the world, all their K7 shenanigans, now called full throttle, getting the free evade, and Zeb managed to arc dodge and kill 3 defenders in the attack shuttle. So, X-Wing is a game you never say it's over until it's over. And I will not use the "they think it's all over, it is now" phrase. I don't do that. I might do at some point. Not today. So we shall see. But Ben is... I think both these players are 2-0 today so far. So we're just trying to work out what our next matchup will be, but it's very possible we'll have Ben on again. I really enjoy watching him fly. I think he's a really good pilot. So that's number 2 got there. So flippy flip. So Ben trying to create a kill box, trying to find out where that SF can go. Get number 2 in behind. So he's done a 3 bank out, which I think is smart. Has he done a sloop? No. So he's going to focus. No, evade rotate. Seems sensible, try and keep himself alive. He's got... I need to check on the damage on that ship. So bear with me while they're just doing those moves. I'm just going to check the health on the SF. Sorry about that, just want to check we still had 3 shields on the SF, which we do. But I don't really need to move that number 5 around anymore, so I'm going to take that off. So 1 hit. Guess the evade. So we've got range 2 on both of the locks. So he's attacking them with the shield, with more shields, just to try and make the spin to focus. Gets 2 hits. Gets 1 evade. Loses shield. He was never going to spend that, I'm pretty sure. So 3 dice primary onto the SF. Spin the focus. Yeah. Gets 1 evade. So loses a shield. And then dorsal turret range 2 dice. 2 hits it looks like. 1 evade, takes 1 more shield. Okay. So how does he escape from here? I just don't know. Just don't know. So they just line up. And Chris is definitely tops that. So I think we'll have one of them come into block. Number 3 come into block. Dre will just sit with the 1 forward, I think, quite happily. As long as that SF's in arc. Doesn't really care. And we might have, let me see. What options do we have available to that? Skurg. So that Skurg there is probably too hard into the left. Doesn't really mind if he bumps Dre. I think it's probably the likelihood. Apparently I've managed to do the timer really well. I'm only a second out. Just hear Dan announcing that there's 12 minutes and 37 seconds left. So if Brian is watching later on, congratulations to him for coming second in his second ever tournament of X-Wing. Brian Christie is playing over in Malta, so congratulations to him. Adrian, if you're listening, you might want to send him a message. So we got Talon Roll from number 2. That's Phil Pond shouting in the background, of course. You all know who he is. So just stay out of the way and running. So is Dre going to go hunt that SF? So just going to stay out there for a minute. Quite happy. Got the dorsal turret arc. Yes. No. Just out of range 2. So range 3 shot into Dre for free. So no hits. Fanatical not active as there is still a shield on that Omega. So do we have arc with the lock? No, doesn't look like it. No, no shot. So SF's going to have to turn around here, I think. So, and I think Ben's probably just going to turn. If it were me, as he's been shown to do in the game so far, I think he's probably just going to go over that obstacle, get the 3 bank, get the block, and then a hard 2 with Dre to get the guns on. It's probably what I would be doing here, I think. But Ben's just trying to make that decision. It's quite hope to keep number 2 out the side. Keep the health. Manu's coming around, trying to cover the escape. And Chris has decided he has a way out. He's just trying to deal with it and work with it. Just think of what they're doing. But I'm really excited to see we've got the System Open coming up in a couple weeks' time. We have the Aldershot Hyperspace Trial next weekend. Look forward to that. Potentially going to Cardiff as well, which could be a lot of fun. Ben happy to sit in them and not take a damage again. Oh, fun. It's going to be hard to, isn't it? Like I say, trying to do 1 hard with a lock is what Ben announced, but he can't do that obviously. Clears the stress. Is he going to damage himself?
Hey!
Takes a damage on number 2.
That one does not like it. Shoot.
Shield off number 2.
That's two.
Oh dear.
Go for it.
Okay, where are we? There we go. I mean, that's not a happy place for that SF to be. So Ben deciding he wasn't worried about blocking him because he knew roughly where he was going to be. There's not much that Chris could do to get out of there. So he just wanted to get his angles right.
I will.
So Chris is probably taking the evade. I think he's rotated to the front. So Dre just keeping a arc on there, giving the ability to the lock. Takes the target lock on to the remaining Omega Squadron Expert.
Right, so
No shot from Dre, and then
shit.
no shot from the SF either. So range 1 obstructed because of where he's sat with the Dre reroll. 2 crits. Oof. Needs evades.
One evade.
Spend the evade token. No.
Shield.
Yeah, 1 evade with the evade token, sorry. Lose the last shield. Dwarfs the turret. Range 1, 3 dice. Try reroll if he needs it. Nope. Hit crit, I think.
Nothing.
No evades. Takes hit crit. Hit. And the crit is
Crit is fuel leak.
a fuel leak.
Fuel leak.
So, not massively important. Not going to do anything at all, in fact, because there's only 1 health remaining. There we go. Yeah, Chris saying I could have barrel rolled to get shot at least, but if he barrel rolled to get shot, he would have gone into range of the Dursal turret and wouldn't have had the evade token, so would have most definitely died. So he did the right thing staying there. Where he goes now, don't really know. I think this might be the one turn where the lock clears stress and just rotates his arc. So he comes up roughly to where the 3 is, so the 1 bank. Rotate arc, or 1 bank, and then rotate his arc to the rear. Dre can come in and finish off. Dre's got enough health. She might lose half health on Drea, but it's not going to be important. But he is going for the block. And Ben showing why he's probably a better pilot than I am. But he now goes over an obstacle, takes a stress again, does fit. Nope, no damage that time. Number 2 forward. Clearing the stress. Debate his action whether to roll. He is going to roll. There we go. Just to get position for next turn, depending where that is going. So it's a stressful barrel roll because their barrel roll is red, which is probably why you're not seeing much of Nim these days. Let's see, what have we got here? So 3 bank over the top. I think there's a good chance that Dre is just on the 1 forward. So he's got to take the evade. Needs to try and stay alive. Did do the 1 bank. 1, can't see. 2 forward. Okay. Just takes focus. Okay, so Dre shoots first. So I got a dorsal turret range 1 shot.
Spend target lock.
So spends the lock from earlier. Gets 3 hits. Takes the 1 no matter what. Okay, so that is into games. 200 points to 51. So,
I was hoping that I'd get rid of number 4, but he just kept rolling an evade.
That's what I was worried
so
about.
Chris was hoping just to get rid of that number 4 and just to take him away, but just due to the green dice there was about 3 or 4 evade dice in a row where Ben managed to roll the evade and stay alive.
Every roll
So it's just,
evade and every turn.
but I think they both played it well.
We've been trying to pump everything into it to try and kill it, and then
Yeah, I mean, they've got so much health, it's not easy.
So yeah, bear with me 2 seconds. I'm going to try and grab one of them to have a bit of a chat of the game. 1 second.
finally killed that round.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, good game. Just such a beast. I don't know. Perhaps I should have just on that initial game. I was just trying to push damage through the next.
I don't know, I didn't think that's what I would have focused on. Because you could have, because it's just not lucky, you could have killed it and then had them. Of course, yeah. So you've got.
Right, let's change the camera so people actually see. If I press the right buttons, that'd be a good thing to do. There we go. Ah, there you go. I'm like really close.
Alright, hello Nick.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
I'm all sorts of confused as well because it's a mirror image. So there we go. So you had a bit of a tough one in that game.
Yes, very tough.
I don't know. Let me just do this because I have something in my ear and it's confusing me. There we go. Cool.
Yeah, that's just a lot to chew through.
Yep.
And I was just saying to
To Ben. Yep.
that basically I needed to take one of them off
Yeah.
first before he took one of mine off, and then it's 50-50. But he just on that initial engagement when I got all 4 of them shooting at that one.
Yep.
He just kept rolling the green dice and.
Yep.
And
I did see that. A couple of good evades in a row.
And so had the dice gone my way, I probably would have killed it. And then I'm not saying that backdrop would have lived, but it would have been then a 50-50 chance.
Yeah.
Because he's got so much health, and with that Drea reroll, it's just constant damage coming out, and I need to. So that was my plan, was to kind of like try and take one off in
Yeah.
the second engagement, like the first 2, and then.
I thought your maneuver out was really clever because I saw when you were coming on the bottom, or it's the bottom of our screen, so nearer the camera for you.
Yeah.
Your ship seemed to get a little bit strung out, so I was a little bit worried that you'd get one isolated and anything. But that maneuver where you pulled the 2 out to the sides, I thought it's what I called you might do. You got it just right, so that was really good. A little bit unlucky with getting the other 2. I maybe would have done a slightly faster maneuver with the back 2 and bring them up in a bit closer. But then you do run the risk of the veteran turret gunners and the block, which you saw coming, and I did as well, to be honest, because it was the right call for Ben to do. But I think you manoeuvred it really well.
Thank you.
I think you were a bit unlucky with a few of the dice rolls in that engagement.
Really. I mean, perhaps maybe in hindsight a block might not have been too bad, and I'd have shot. I don't know. I just wanted to try and pour everything into that number 4 and hope that I could get it off, but it didn't go my way.
That was cool.
And then as soon as I lost backdraft, it was back
uphill
there.
struggle from there,
Yeah,
definitely.
I just couldn't get what I wanted on it, and yeah. But Ben played it very well. He just controlled the space, and he did it really well. And I think it's just a very very tough list. You need to have a lot of
That's very. I mean, I was watching a lot of Ben maneuvers, and they were so close together and so tight. And his maneuvers of Drea, particularly round a couple of the lock a couple of times, was like it must have looked really close on the table.
Yeah,
On the camera, it looks close.
It did. I mean, again, he managed to get it right perfectly because he just kept the. I mean, the medium bases can squeeze in a lot more than you think. Again, it's
Yeah.
still getting, it's only not even a year old, but the
Yep.
medium bases can do quite a lot.
That's cool. So, what do you think going forward? What would be, how would you have approached that list differently, with the same list you were flying?
The same list I'm flying. I don't know if I'm honest. I guess because I tried to come into that bit with the rocks to try and gun them up a bit.
Yep.
But that was my plan. I mean, luckily, a couple were out of range in the first one. But again, my plan was to do a sort of split, and come round again, and sort of. But again, I don't know. I just tried to. The only thing maybe I could try is just splitting them up. I don't know what.
So the approach seemed. So you think the approach was correct, just a little bit unlucky at that time?
I think so. I think I did okay with the approach because I was able to just pump all the dice into that number 4.
Cool.
Had he rolled a couple of blanks, then that number 4 might have
Awesome.
gone up. But I don't know. I don't again.
Cool. No, I think you did the right thing. So well done,
Thank you.
and hopefully you have good luck in your next game.
Thank you very much.
So you could see does Ben want to come out and have a quick chat with me? That'd be
I
cool.
will do. See you, stream.
Okay, so we're going to grab Ben real quick, a bit of a chat to him about the game itself. You see him popping in. This is my office. It's huge, isn't it? I've got a big office. I like it. So we're going to try and grab that. Okay, so we're just going to grab Ben, the winner of the last game. This is Ben here. Is going to sit and join me. Okay, so congratulations on the game.
Cheers.
Well done. Welcome to the Firecast for the first time appearing, certainly on this side of the camera. So that seemed to go pretty well for you. So what was your kind of opening plan?
Well, I was a bit worried about the match, to be honest, because I know how good SFs are.
Yep.
And he's got a lot of firepower.
Mhm.
So the idea was just to focus on one chip and just pick away one chip at a time.
Yep.
So I knew that if I'd split fire, then he could have easily taken me away. And I think his strategy was pretty much the same as mine.
Yeah.
And he got a bit unlucky because
Against that number
I was
4.
Worried. I thought he would be able to take out one of my locks first round. And
Yep.
It was close. So yeah, it was just to try and maybe block a couple to try and reduce the fire coming into me.
Yeah, so you
so
got that 3 bank in that opening
Yeah,
opening engagement, second engagement.
I was initially going to block with the other one, the one that took all the fire, and
Yep.
try and reduce the fire coming on him.
But he had the
But
stress
he
on
had
it,
the
didn't
stress,
Yeah.
and I thought initially maybe just ignoring the stress and go for the 3 forwards.
Yeah.
But I know he would just do ones, and he'd still be able, or he would go around the sides and still be able to get him. So I thought maybe the best chance was to come in with the other one. Potentially could just cause dramas, even if
Yeah.
he had to split. Because I knew that I'd probably be able to get a shot with maybe the back ties.
Yeah, and I mean we were talking about it, Chris and I obviously, and we think his split opening where the 2 came in behind was a good thing to do.
Yes.
But maybe could have gone a little bit faster with those back 2. I think he only did ones. I think he could have done 2, come up a bit more. But then you run the risk of the veteran turret gunners and the Dorse turrets. They're so powerful. So what made you decide to run the list?
I know how powerful Drea is.
Yeah.
I did a mess around game with Drea and a mini Swan.
Yeah.
Which was all like Z95s.
Cool.
With Drea, and realised how strong Drea was. And I've seen obviously a lot of variations and other people using that list. And I just thought I'd give it a go. I like Skirgs.
Cool.
So it's the first time for a while sort of giving them a go again.
Nice.
I just thought, well, if they've got a lot of health, it's a lot to choose through.
Yes, definitely is a lot
So
to.
I thought, my thinking was in most engagements, it's very hard for a list to take out a lock in one turn of shooting.
It's a lot of health.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot of health. Even with just the 1 green evade, and particularly if you roll evades all the time, that helps.
Yeah.
So.
And I find the three talent on the Skirgs is really good as well. It's a really
Yep.
good tool to get them to turn around, and they don't really mind too much about the stress.
No, not with Drea or
Most
anything.
of my games, I've kind of not really bothered too much about the stress and just used Drea as the rerolls.
Yeah, I've noticed you just go, oh, there's a rock, an obstacle there, debris. I'm just like, doesn't matter.
I probably flew over too many.
I think it was 5 and you got
Too
1 crit.
many,
I think that's not
I
too
mean,
bad.
In other games I've got away with it. This game I got 2, so
Yeah, I think you're fine.
to do it, so.
Yeah, they were fine. No, well done, and good luck in
Yeah.
the last round.
Thank you.
All right,
Cheers.
cheers. Okay. Sorry, 1 second, guys. Right, guys. I'm going to now get set up for the last round. I'm gonna leave the stream up, leave it on the desk, somewhere. That one. There we go. And I'll find out who we're gonna have on stream for the last game. It looks like it's gonna be Dom versus somebody. Is it? Okay. Cool. Thank you very much. So we've got the top table. So it looks like is it the player for the win essentially, for the win of the day?
Possibly.
Possibly. Okay. Well, it's going to be Ben versus Dom. So I shall get that set up now. It means I can leave Ben's list on the table, which is good and helpful. That one. And then Dom's list.
Ben's currently the only ever.
Right, so just getting a list set up here for our final game of the day. It's not Hot Shot Gunner, it's a lie. Where's Ray? Come on, Ray. There we go. Okay, so let me just edit that because that's not what it's going to be.